This is a matchup of ACC versus Big 12. Two conferences perpetually battling for respect. Added intrigue with both teams ranked in the top 15. Welcome to Death Valley, the home field of the Clemson Tigers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Washington Huskies, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Kirkstreet. Kurt, let's get right to the action. And the Tigers will kick this deep to start us off. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. They'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Picks up the first, looking for more. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. First and 10.
Boy, this guy is running hard today, right? I mean, you think about some of the backs that Washington's had. This guy's trying to say, hey, fellas, let me be added to that list of guys like Greg Lewis and Napoleon Kaufman and Chris Polk and Bishop Sankey and Myles Gaskin.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Dropping back, it's Williams. Looking deep to the right side. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's in the clear. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. Just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going, what we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today, we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Tight end goes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. A crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. To throw, it's Dampier. Quick completion to the tight end. That's big. They convert on 3rd and set him up first down from the 32.
3rd and short like this, and the offense comes out in a shotgun, still leaving the option for a potential run. I think that throws the defense enough for the quarterback to hit an early read, and the result is a big gain and a first down.
The Tigers pick up enough for a first down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Breaks free. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Wideouts now clustered. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Hudson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw. It's Williams. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Grab down the middle. It's Lawson. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Now takes a hit but lets it fly. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Looking to throw again. Running back has it on a screen now. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Dropping back, it's Williams. Throwing for his running back. Looking right, this one caught. Will not be brought down. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
They're set now to try the PAT. And it's up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Coverage team flying down there. Good job. They limit the return. Not much there. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And he will make the first down, tackled at the 26.
So your defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback who's going to run it or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, the backs they have here now on this roster. There are just so many different combinations and ways to attack.
And as we move to the 2nd quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Looks like Clemson will have the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Scanning the field. It's Dampier. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. They're going to run the option. Gets the first and still running. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
You know, it's great to see the old traditional option executed to perfection. The running back knew right where to be, didn't panic when the ball was headed his way, and then once he got into space, it was smooth sailing all the way to the end zone.
And he knocks through the PAT. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner choosing to field this one. And And they've got the returner corralled.
Play at the drive now. They're backed up at the 12-yard line. First down. Looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Dropping back, it's Dampier. The pass rush closing in. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Breaking free at the 35. That picks up a first down. We'll spot it at the 39.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Nice run. He's brought down at the 44.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Ball's incomplete. A lot of heat on that throw.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And the Tigers will have to kick this away. And he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Turner is brought down. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Handoff from the shotgun. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. To throw, it's Williams. Sure hands. It's Lawson. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
He finds some space. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, third down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a first down.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first
down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Breaks free as the first down is still going, and the defense comes up with the football.
What a great job by this defense of stringing out that option and making the quarterback hesitant on whether to keep or to pitch. And because he was hesitant, it allowed the defense to get to him to knock that ball loose.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Now here's the toss play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss, 2nd down and 11. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Important 3rd down play coming up after that completion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass is tipped at the line and will fall incomplete. Good play.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
The Tigers will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
And here's the handoff. 2nd effort. Their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the 1st down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. Quick throw to his receiver. He makes the grab. Tackled quickly after the catch, but the ball moves all the way to the 30. Washington getting set for the 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back. With the catch, it's Sampson. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
They look to throw it here on second down. Deep shot toward the end zone. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give the receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. We'll try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Back to pass. It's Williams. Caught near the goal line. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Looking to pass here on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
Now the all-important extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. It's a deep shot to the right. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Huskies will kick this away to begin the second half. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Motion now from the tight end. They get the second half started with the running play. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Back to pass. It's Dampier. Looking deep downfield to the left. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. So the defender jumping, enticing the offense to move. That'll cost the defense 5 yards. Now here comes the bunch formation. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense swarming him that time.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. We're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Sure to try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to lose ground on the run. Now it's going to bring up 4th and short. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
This one falls incomplete, and the defense makes a 4th down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
So here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. An inside give now from the shotgun.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Here's the 2nd down play. There's the handoff.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Williams. That's caught. It's Marshall. And gain enough to set up 1st down now at the 39.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. They'll try the option play here. Pitch play to the back. Oh, look at the quick cut. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
Well, hey, it didn't go for a touchdown, but this is great execution. Knew exactly what they needed to do. First down, move the sticks.
The Huskies look to keep this drive moving. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Quick pass, the catch is made. Looking for the end zone, has a lane. Touchdown, Huskies. Still no answer for this offense. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field for a very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, when we were out at practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. He's past the marker and still going. Breaks into the clear. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a 1st and goal. What a play.
And this guy is as fast as there is in college football. And it's so much fun to watch him when he gets out in space with room to go. And you just know the home crowd is loving this.
And the Tigers line it up with 1st and goal. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Now they'll come up 2nd down and goal from the 10. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And the defense brings him down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Here comes the 4th down play. Offense in the Wildcat. And the defense on alert. Direct snap. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think they completely caught this defense off guard. 4th down and goal. I think everybody thinks the quarterback's going to have the ability to run or throw, but instead they run the football in here, and they somehow get this touchdown.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Now the try for the 2-point conversion. To the air, it's Dampier. Moves out of the pocket. Makes the catch for the 2-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for 2. Great throw.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Send the back in motion. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wide out. Oh, and he dives to make a beautiful catch there.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Back to throw. It's Williams. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Incomplete and nearly picked off. They waste an opportunity for a much-needed takeaway, but it does set up 4th down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's 3rd down. But he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Has the first down and more. Oh, he breaks free. Still going. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
The old toss play, Chris, as you know, this used to be really a popular play in college football when teams ran this out of the I formation. Now in college football, you see them running out of pretty much any formation. But the key still is being able to seal the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle, to allow the back to get to the corner.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Toss play to the outside. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
But his defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. He made a nice play in the backfield.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Dampier. That's reeled in. It's Hardy. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Man, Chris, when you're down by a couple scores late in a game like this, you need to find matchups where you can get the ball thrown downfield. Here it's a completion, but it doesn't get them very much. Now they've got a 4th down play coming up.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, looking to throw for it. On the move now. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game.
Well, with over 3 minutes to go in this game, Chris, down by a couple scores, you have to go for this. Thought the offense had a great shot. Now they got to rely on their defense to try to get a quick stop or get a turnover and somehow get that football back.
And the Washington offense retakes the field here. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. No way to run up the middle.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Boy, another great pass by this quarterback. You know, you really got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator and the quarterback today. They protected the ball well, but maintained a calculated level of aggression in keeping this game out of reach from their opponent.
QB keeper all the way. Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down at the 17.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Putting toward the end zone. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And it's a direct snap. Touchdown, Washington. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And they're trying to punch it in here. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Breaking free at midfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Working clock with the ground game. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Second down play coming up. They'll test the right side here. And the defense smothers him for no gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. To the air. It's Williams. Makes the grab. It's Harris. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24. They knew they're going to need clutch plays like that, Kirk. This is a battle we expected to come down to the final minutes. It looks like the higher-ranked team's going to dodge the upset and move on.
Yeah, good for them to be able to close this game out. They played very, very well and very deserving. For the loser in this game, still an opportunity to learn from your mistakes. Try to get yourself in position to still make a run at the end of the year.
This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seemed to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.